It's Will here for GSM Arena. If you want a new Samsung flagship with a big screen, there are two choices right now. The first one is the less expensive, the Galaxy S25 Plus. And then there's the more high-end option, the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Just how different are these two phones and which is right for you? Let's put the S25 Plus and S25 Ultra head-to-head and find out. In Samsung's Galaxy S series, the S25 Ultra is the highest tier model, but the S25 Plus still has a lot to offer. Both of these phones are large, but the Ultra is the bigger one. It's taller and wider and nearly 30 grams heavier. That means the Plus is a bit easier to handle. The Ultra is made of higher grade materials though, a titanium frame rather than aluminum, and ceramic shield glass instead of the Plus's Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Both phones bring the same IP68 rated ingress protection against dust and submersion in water though. On the S25 Plus, you have a 6.7-inch OLED display with a QHD resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. The Ultra model's screen is bigger at 6.9 inches, but the resolution and refresh rate are the same. The high refresh rate means that swiping and scrolling on either panel is buttery smooth, and because of LTPO tech, both can dial down the refresh rate quite low when idling to save energy. Size difference aside, the experience is comparable. You get good sharpness and the same HDR capabilities on either panel. And there's the same great max brightness too, for comfy use out in the sun. But the Ultra is even better in that regard, thanks to an anti-reflective coating on its display glass. Also, the Ultra has stylus support, and the S Pen comes with the phone. That means extra functionality and productivity, which you won't get on the S25 Plus. For audio, the two phones have similar stereo speaker setups, with very good loudness. The Ultra has the fuller sound though, with more bass. Let's have a listen to compare.
I'm wide awake, but you're a nightmare. I can't escape, I'm seeing you everywhere.
You can wake up and unlock either phone with an ultrasonic under-display fingerprint reader. Both phones can come in 256 or 512 gig variants, but the Ultra can also come with a terabyte of storage on board. The software interface of the S25 series is Samsung's latest One UI 7 on top of Android 15. It brings plenty of customizations and a large suite of AI-based features. These include natural language search and cross-app action, which allows the Google Gemini Assistant to carry out your spoken requests through the use of multiple apps. You can check out our dedicated One UI 7 video for a more in-depth look. It's in portrait aspect ratio, so best use your phone. And for software support, both of these phones will get 7 years of updates from Samsung. Powering all of these features is the same chipset on either phone. It's a Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, a special variant of this year's top Qualcomm chip which has higher clock speeds. It provides some of the best chipset performance we've seen yet, out of any phone. Both the Galaxy S25 Plus and S25 Ultra deliver blazing fast speed and plenty of power for whatever tasks you have at hand. But as expected from high-powered flagships, with either phone the thermal management leaves more to be desired, and we observed heavy thermal throttling during our prolonged stress tests. The two phones have nearly identical battery capacities, 4,900 mAh on the S25 Plus and 5,000 on the Ultra. As you might expect, these two phones with similar screens and batteries and the same chipset have similar battery life. It's great either way. Both phones support 45-watt charging, and the speed is pretty much identical, with either phone going to over 70% in half an hour and taking an hour to charge to full. There's support for wireless charging on either phone too. And now we have the cameras, which could be a deciding factor for you. On the back of the S25 Plus are a 50-megapixel main cam, a 10-megapixel 3x zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide cam with fixed focus. The S25 Ultra's setup is more advanced. There's a 200-megapixel main cam, a 10-megapixel 3x zoom, a 50-megapixel 5x zoom, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide with autofocus. During the day, the photo quality is similar between the two devices' main cameras, despite the Ultra having the higher megapixel sensor. The Plus does use a bit more added sharpening. At night, we struggle to find any meaningful difference between the main cameras. The photos come out quite the same. The Ultra does have the advantage when it comes to zooming. Even though both phones have a 3x zoom camera, the Ultra exhibits better sharpness and detail. This advantage is not that prominent after dark. At 5x zoom, the Ultra is the clear winner. The S25 Plus needs to resort to a digital crop at this zoom level. And here's a look at the nighttime scene at 5x zoom. And when it comes to the ultra-wide camera, the results are quite similar. And in low light, the differences between the ultra-wide camera's output are few, if any. Selfies are taken with the same 12-megapixel front-facing camera on either phone. And here's a look at the 4K selfie video quality. Videos taken with the main cameras are pretty much identical between the S25 Plus and S25 Ultra. When recording at 3x zoom, again there's not much of a difference. At 5x zoom, the S25 Ultra pulls ahead because of its dedicated camera. And from the ultra-wide, actually the S25 Plus comes out very slightly ahead. Alright guys, so how does the S25 Plus stack up against the more premium S25 Ultra? Both phones have a large, high-res display, great battery life, and decently fast charging. You get the same top-tier chipset and software experience with plenty of AI features. And the camera quality is quite comparable for everything except zooming. The S25 Plus is a slightly more compact device, and it provides basically the same user experience for less money. But with the S25 Ultra, you get the S Pen stylus. The phone is made from tougher build materials, and the display is less reflective. The speakers sound a bit better, and the camera quality is a bit better when it comes to zooming. At the end of the day, the S25 Plus does a great job of keeping up with the Ultra, and unless the S Pen is a priority for you, it makes sense to get the Plus and save some cash. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.